Now we turn to the case reaching its final step today. Stephen Gear, the man who pleaded guilty in a DUI crash that killed Golden police officer Evan Dunn, was sentenced to 13 years in prison, 9 years for vehicular homicide charges, 4 years for vehicular assault. Number 7's Colette Bordelon was in the courtroom as the sentencing came down.
And Colette, you were also there the night of the crash back in 2024.
Micah, Jessica, there were so many questions that night about what had happened and so many tears as Golden police lost one of their own. Stephen Gear's blood alcohol content level was more than 3 times the legal limit on that day. Prosecutors also saying today he bought alcohol 5 times throughout the day of the crash. Gear himself standing up and speaking to the court before he was sentenced, vowing to stay sober even after his time in prison, and also telling all of the victims and survivors in the courtroom that if there ever comes a day where they would like to speak with him, he'd be willing to do so.
Inside the Jefferson County Courthouse.
I will never again in this life experience Evan's sweetness.
Is a mother who misses her son.
My life has a giant hole in it that can never be filled.
A mother who's found it in her heart to forgive.
Forgiveness is not the same as a lack of consequences.
And a community saying this sentencing is not about vengeance, but justice.
But today is about accountability for his actions.
November 6th, 2024 was a cold, snowy night.
I never felt my heart break like it did that night.
Golden police officer Evan Dunn was investigating a crash along Highway 58 when Stephen Gear slammed into him, killing him. It was only months after Dunn became an officer.
Fear, horror, sheer panic. When they could not lift that car, they crawled under it, lying on the cold, wet, and slushy road. Their uniforms will forever be stained in the blood of their teammates.
In the crash, Dunn's training officer was seriously hurt, along with 2 other people.
I survived the crash, but survival does not mean recovery.
Stephen Gear, who has no criminal history, pleaded guilty in October to driving under the influence charges of vehicular homicide and vehicular assault.
All of this pain exists because of a reckless decision that never should have been made.
Meanwhile, Gear's team says he struggles with addiction and his mental health.
His remorse was so great, he wished he was the one in the grave.
With Gear himself hoping his incarceration brings some kind of closure.
I wish there was more I could do, more I could say, more I could offer the victims than just this apology.
Ultimately, the judge sentencing him to 13 years behind bars.
Everyone talked today about how the criminal system doesn't satisfy, and I think that's fair.
Dunn's death has dramatically impacted the Golden Police Department. The chief saying today that 2 officers have left the profession since that day back in November of 2024, and he knows of at least 3 others who likely will do the same. Jessica.
Just a tragic loss that's impacted the entire community. Colette Bordelon reporting live for us tonight. Thank you, Colette.